Okay, so I couldn't help it. I had to find out what the light bar was all about. So this bar is by Xprite, Xprite. And these daggum stupid yard guys won't shut up as soon as I do as soon as I go to do a video. The least they could do is come over here and mow my yard for me. So look at this bad boy right here. I don't know if you can see it. It is in there pretty good. So we're gonna pull this out, and it's just got a whole lot of crap. Look at this. Look at that giant wiring harness and stuff like that. I gotta all figure out how all this goes. And I'm just like a kid in a candy shop. I just want to know what it looks like, right? So I shopped long and hard on these. So you see it's got a nice tapered effect. And this one does something neat, and when I turn it on, you're going to see what it looks like. Okay, so I've got the stuff I need right here, and we're just going to go ahead and mount it real quick. So you can see, I'll let you see, it's Xprite. So we're just going to go ahead right in here. And looks like she's going to kind of fit like a glove. Close to a glove anyway. Just going to take a bolt, a lock washer, and a washer. Do the same thing here. I gotta get a lock washer. Same thing right here. And we're gonna put it on the other side. Stupid yard guys. Wow. I got a little bit of a gap right there. You come in here, you can see the gap. So I need to adjust the bracket. Come on, man. That's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. Okay, so I loosened up the brackets and I pulled them in a little bit towards each other, and then I'm just gonna put this bolt in here. They're still loose, so I'm gonna get this bolt in here, and then I'm going to tighten the brackets back up. And it comes with everything you need, so I just tighten that up right there. Tighten that one up. Snug it up. I'm just snugging it right now. Tighten this one up. Tightening it kind of hard. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tighten up the brackets that I just loosened up, and everything will be nice and good. We'll take a. Okay, guys. I think the guys working on the yard are from a rival YouTube channel, and they just don't want me to succeed. But so I'm just going to go ahead and tuck these wires in here for now. You can see this one's got a nice little plug on it. Nice little plug. We're just going to hide it down there for now. But you can see, looks like a pretty decent, clean install. We're going to go for a ride. We're going to go for a ride here and take, not an actual ride, just a ride around the camera. So I think I got it pointing down too far. But you can see the light bar barely sticks over the top. I may have to adjust that a little bit or something, but when it's shiny, when the soft top's back, it'll probably be not good. I need to rotate it back a little bit, but all in all, I'm happy with it, and you know, I think it's pretty good. So now we got to get the wiring done, and then it'll be ready to go. Okay, guys, so I had to take off my awesome shirt because it's just too hot outside. But so I got the light bar up, right? So here's what came with it. Here's a rocker switch, and this morning I hooked it up to the battery, to a separate battery that I have sitting on the ground. I just put the power cable on there and the ground, and I worked the rocker switch to see. So what I found is that center is off, down is I think down is the one light and up is another light, because there's two lights on this. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't need all this. I don't need the relays that come with that light bar, and I don't need the rocker switch. And then it's got a plug here that plugs into that. So I'm going to modify this and just take off the plug and plug it into what I have over there. But right now, I'm gonna do the lights that come with the Chase Rack first. So that's what I'm going to do first. And I've got some things to help. I've got, because I have a switch wired into the dash. So I have bare wires back here, because my rack, I had if you watch the video on my rack, I had a little terminal box where I terminate everything. Well, that went with the rack. This doesn't have room to mount that, so I'm going different. I bought like, I think there's 10 of these. I paid like $10 for them. And I'll leave the link below. So it's a 2-piece waterproof. I can get it off. It's a 2-piece, plugs together. Got the little thing and it plugs right in. So I got that. So I'm going to splice into the one light here, and the same. I've got some wire that I'm going to use as well. And then also on Amazon for about $6, I think, I got a whole bunch of a nice little card. This was by Kate at Millipeak on Amazon. Thanks, Kate. So got some shrink stuff, you know, heat shrink stuff. So I'm going to do it properly and keep it waterproof. And then for the cable that I have to splice in, extra cable I need, I've actually been using, it's made for outside, again, because it's made to hold up to the elements. So I use landscape wire, which is just a 2-strand, positive, negative, and landscape stuff, and it works great. I've used it several times. It holds up really well. It's real flexible, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. And as soon as I find it, I'll show it to you. And I got it buried in here somewhere, and I just and we'll go up into the bed and start wiring up the rack. So hold tight for a minute. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is instead of having one button control both lights, I want them on separate buttons, because I got 6 switches. I got plenty of switches, but sometimes you just want to cast the light over here, and not both sides. You know, you may want to light up one side, not the other. If I don't do it, then I'll wish I did. So I'm going to splice this. This is the cable I was talking about. It's just like basically it looks like what you'd have a lamp attached to. So I'm just going to split it a little bit right there. And I'm just going to strip some off. Strip some off of this one. Possibly do it correctly. And then I'm going to use so I can color code them, right? Positive and negative. So I'm going to put these together, and I'm going to heat shrink them down, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here in a second. Okay, so what I did is this this landscaping cable I'm using obviously doesn't have a black or a white, or black or red. So there's writing on one side. So the side with writing I'm using is ground, and the other side I'm using is power, which would be red. So I put the heat shrink over it and twisted the wires together, and I'm just gonna, actually, I'm not gonna do that. Watch this. Do something a little bit better than that. I'm gonna put a bigger piece over top all of it. Actually, I'm gonna use black so it hides it. So I'll put a bigger piece over all of it up here. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to do put the reds together. I'm going to hook the reds together. I'm going to fold it over. Slip that up there like that. I'll hook the blacks together. Fold that over there like that. Slip that over. So now they're going to be shielded, tied together. I'm going to take my heat gun. I'm going to melt these down. You can see the heat. Turn on high. I'm shrinking this down, forming a nice seal. You can see them shrinking right down, right? Okay, so now that's nice and tight. So now I'm gonna go over it with this black one, so that when I seal it, we have a nice, you won't even know for the most part that there was a seal there. So I'm gonna heat this up. Same thing, we'll shrink it down. All right, shrink it right down. So now, got a nice little seal. It's still hot. So when I run this cable up, take a look. When I run this cable up here, you're gonna have it's gonna run up here, right? And then I'll hide it. I'm gonna run it right down the other side. Run it right down over to the other side. I left a little extra cable here, and then on this light, I'm gonna add. I'll probably add a little piece of cable, just a small, short piece of cable. Maybe probably don't even have to, because I got these. I could probably just come straight down into the wire. That's probably what I'll do. So I'm going to hook this one up, and I'll come back to you in a second. Okay, so I've got the plug from the light right here, and I put the wires from I'm doing the plug. My goodness, I can't talk. Keep shrinking them down the same way. I'm going to push this black cable up, black cover up, melt it over top, secure everything in extra good. If I can go all the way. This is a little overkill, but that's my name, Overkill Jeff. Then, because I'm all about the overkill, I'm going to take a little bit of electrical tape, get on here while it's hot. I'm just going to go over up to the plug, really just to hide the redness of the plug right there. Just add an extra little bit so the wires don't want to pull out of the plug, just to add some stability to that end right there, in case they take any abuse. So basically I'm making a cast. Alright, got that. So now I've got this giant rig here, so I've only got one. This is like a 8-strand wire coming back, but I've only got one. Ground, so I'm going to share the ground with multiple things. The ground's going right to the battery, so I branched off. I need 4 grounds back here, one for each light here, and one for the main light, and I got a chaser light coming, so 4 grounds. So I got that going to a plug. Each one of these be going to a plug. A little spider web thing I got going here, but it's gonna work. Plug this in right here, and then I think this is the one I need. This one right here, it's number 4 on my switch panel. I think that's it, and I'm gonna go try it out. I'm just gonna temporarily wire it in and go hit the light before I do it totally permanent. So I'm gonna try it out. So hold on one. Okay, so here we go. There's the light on that side, and I've decided that it's going to be this bottom switch. This is going to be front facing switches, and then the ones on the rear. So I decided it's going to be this. I'm going to change these out, hopefully, if I can find better. I love this little switch thing here for like 90 bucks, but I hate the stickers. So anyway, that's the one I want. See, it's lit up, and then we come over here, and she's lit up. So that's the one I need, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn it off so I don't blow something up. Turn off the Jeep, right? And then I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna wire up the other switch. I'm gonna permanize, that's my new word, permanize. I'm gonna make this permanent, and then I am going to wire up the other side. And when I get that done, I'll come right back to you. So just hold tight and I'm coming right back. Okay guys, so I've got 2 plugs wired in. I've got the light on that side, and I've got this light. They're both working. You can see I got a little bit of a rat's nest right here, and part of any job when I'm all done is trying to clean it up. So I will clean this up pretty good, because that's how I'm going to do it. I will give it like a flexible conduit to go around it. So these both work. So now I've got to get this one working, and this one comes with a couple plugs, like a plug here and a plug there, and because I kind of like these plugs, I'm going to use them. So what I'm going to do is probably cut the cord on the other one about that far into the plug, so it's going to be a little extra long. So I'm going to have to I'll figure out something to just hide it. We'll hide it up there. Everything's black, it hides pretty good. But that's not going to be today. I'm going to do it tomorrow, and because I'm getting tired. So I don't feel like doing it anymore. I've worked all day long. So hold tight. We'll be back in the morning for more evolving male light hookups. Anyway, just hold tight. We'll be back in the morning, and peace out. Okay guys, so we're back. It's the next day, and so I got the light bar up there. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm trying to tap into this, because I'm not using the stuff that comes with the Xprite. So I'm tapping into this to make sure that I can run. I don't know why I'm paranoid about it, but just making sure I can run both. Making sure I can run both lights at the same time. So if I do that, the amber light comes on. And if I take this over here, the white light comes on, and I just sparked it. See that? It's how not to do it. And I just confirmed that I can run both at the same time. So what I was concerned about was when I hook them to the switches, being able to run power to both and not blow something up. But it's fine, we're good. So now it's just a matter of wiring this up and getting it all tucked away. So let's check it out right now. Ooh, it's already getting hot out here. So I'm going to keep the factory plug because I like it, and it's got everything I need in one. But I have to cut this, and it's hard to do because it's so nice. But we're going to go ahead and cut it. We're going to cut it back just a little bit right here, not too much, right? Go ahead and cut it. What a shame, what a shame. But rather, this keeps me, this is a 3-prong plug, which I was going to order one of these the other day, and I couldn't remember what I wanted to order, and I didn't. But it came with one anyway, so I'm going to slide this sheath off of here a little bit. I'm going to cut it back. I'm going to slide this back on. Right, like that. And possibly, I don't know if I can, it's worth it or not. Nope, not worth it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it into the wires coming out that I want to tie into, so I know I got a ground here and two powers. So I just got to work out which one I want. I can't remember. But as soon as I get that wired up, I'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I use some butt connectors for the 2 power lines to the switches. Right there, I use butt connectors, and I'm going to go over the butt connector with the heat shrink right there. Take it right to about there. Heat shrink it up. Shrink it around the butt connectors. You can see it shrinking. And it's nice and watertight. Not that it's a big deal with the 12 volt, but it's still nice to have it watertight. All right, nice and hot. So now I'm just going to hook up my ground. Hook my ground up, and this part will be done. And all I got to do is clean it up after that. So hold tight. So I went ahead and I got that done, and I'm wiring up the last wire, which is going to be for the rear-facing chase light. So just kind of getting that pre-done. I should have used these butt connectors in the beginning, but I forgot I had them. So what I did is okay, but I should have probably. And that's that. So now I just got to clean this up, and we will come out later tonight and take a look at all these lights and see how they work. And just in a little bit, we'll be back. Okay, so I've got it tied in pretty good right here. Obviously, it's still hot as crap outside, and the sun just came up a couple hours ago. So we're going to have to wait till nightfall. But I'm going to turn to show you what I got. So we got the lights hooked up. Okay. All the lights are hooked up. I've cleaned this up the best I can. So I've got this big power cable coming from the box up front under the hood, which goes to the switch. And then I've got multiple cables coming right here. I got 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one, which will be for the rear chase light that's going to go across here. I got a 30-inch chase bar, so it's got multiple color lights, red, amber, and white. And I'm going to try to hook those up to the turn signals and the tail lights as well as being able to use it on the flash mode. But I got to experiment with that and see how that works. I may need to bring some other wires up through here, and I can just run them up, piggyback through that. We'll see how that's going to work. I think for the most part, though, if I come back here, I think when you come back here, you know, it looks pretty clean. I mean, you're going to see wires. There's no way around it, really. I may try to, if I can find something to cover that up with, I may try to do that. There may be like a flexible conduit that's big enough to wrap around it, but I don't know. It may look dumb, but if I can find something, I will do something. But for the most part, no one's going to really see that. So I do looks so far, and when it gets dark, we'll come out here and try them all out. So we'll be back in just a little bit. Actually, about 8 hours from now, or 9 hours, 10 hours. I don't know. I don't remember when the sun goes down, but eventually the sun's going to go down, so we'll be back. Hey guys, so it's nighttime and we've got the lights lit up. So here is the, ooh, that baby's bright. That's the side light. Those are the side light right there. And then you can see I've got the running light up there. That is just the amber running light. It's a dual light. That is by Xprite. And that's Xprite, so that's an amber, so you can run with that. And then if I want to hit the, go ahead and hit this button here I got, and hit this one, that gives me the full on light. So let's see what we got there. Now, I can turn the amber off too, or I can run both, and I probably should run both, or turn the amber off because you can't see it for sure. But yep, that's it. So I'm pretty happy with this install. And the cool thing is I can, you know, obviously I can turn, I got it so I can turn both of those top lights off. I can turn individual, I can turn the left side on or the right side on, and I can just choose whatever it is I want to, run. So again, that big one's by Xprite, and I'll leave a link for it. And thanks for checking me out. Thanks for checking out the install of this and the lights, and I really appreciate it, guys. Also, don't forget I got those t-shirts, and if you're interested, check out the last video. It was the Chase Rack install, and email me. I'll leave the email on this one too, and I really appreciate it. See you guys later. Peace out.